This is my craft room. I thought I would share a little before and after. This week I'm trying to clear everything out because we are going to have the floors redone. They are now this kind of cream colored, used to be cream colored, Berber carpet that is everywhere in our downstairs sort of playroom and this room and a bedroom. So I think it'd be better to have a harder surface. So we've got somebody scheduled to come at the end of the week and take out the carpet and put in a waterproof sort of, you know, the vinyl wood plank style flooring and a light color, kind of like a light gray. So I thought I would show the before because it's going to be kind of interesting how this works out. I have here to the left of my to the door sort of the computer area if you want to call it the office where the kids kind of can do some stuff, and my printer and Silhouette, the Mint. I have a cabinet here that has all the things that go with that, mats and ink and photo paper and things like that. I have a couple other drawers here. A lot of this is IKEA. A lot of it is some pieces from Target, and a lot of it are pieces that my husband sort of built together. This whole countertop that spans the length of the room is built on top of these cabinets that came from Target and IKEA, and so it's going to be interesting to see how we're going to get those apart and get them out of the room. My hope in a lot of this is to be able to kind of pare it down and minimize a lot of this, minimize, and to really go through it as we're, you know, sifting through it to take it out of the room and then put it back into the room. But I have this feeling that that's not going to happen, just because, you know, that's the way life happens. And a lot of it is really hard for me to let go. So the majority of the kind of, definitely the way the space is arranged, I'm going to keep the same. This is the computer kind of area over here. This is more of a layout space really for me, and doing some stamping. I have my sewing machine there. This is the only window that I have, which we're sort of like half below ground, so this doesn't really get a lot of light, which explains a lot of why some of my videos are a little bit light challenged. But these are all things like markers, things for stamping. I've got all my clear stamps down there, sewing machine stuff there, ink there, alcohol inks, Copic markers, watercolors and mists and all kinds of stuff there. And this cabinet here is basically just a place to put things while they're kind of in my head. I sort of pull some things out and stack them into stacks or sleeves while I'm thinking about projects they might be. And then these are wood stamps, larger stamps and smaller stamps, watercolor paper, my Big Shot. And then this corner over here, which you can see has already had some things moved out of it. It's mostly like 12 by 12 papers, some albums, books, paints, like little tiny acrylic paints and buttons, stationery, and lots of things that are not just for me, for the whole family, and also for things that aren't used as much. This main is the Expedit IKEA storage, which is paper, lots more embellishments, some bins with other things in it, some tools like the cinch machine and a crocodile, lots of my binders that have all my stencils in them, and binders with thickers in them. I think I have, and I've already moved a couple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I think there's 6 binders that are full of my stencils from the Crafters Workshop. and they're all organized into 12 by 12s and 6 by 6s, and they're not labeled yet, so maybe that'll be a job for one day. But I've been able to bribe my children, wonderful thing about parenthood, to go ahead and help me start moving things out so I can get things out before the deadline. I think we're shooting for maybe Wednesday or Thursday this week, so that will be interesting. And then the main part of this, which thankfully is on wheels, is this main desk that my husband kind of put together. It is 2 of the Alex drawers from IKEA, and then we bought this top also from IKEA, and he put the whole thing, he screwed the 2 pieces together, bolted the whole thing together, and then it's on wheels so it can move out. Unfortunately, most of the drawers will have to be emptied beforehand because it'll be so heavy. And the drawers are full of inks and embossing powders and some things that are relatively organized, a few that are not. And so this is my main workspace. This is the tripod for my camera. And we will have to have a little break from recording until this all gets put back together. Luckily, the floor is only going to take maybe a day. So, and there's our sweet puppy Lola. Oh. And so hopefully it's just a matter of getting everything out. They'll get in and then getting it back together. So I thought I would do this sort of before, and then we'll see what happens after. The floor's not going to be a lot of a different color from what's here, but I think it'll be different because it's going to be a lot cleaner. It'll be easier to clean, and I mean, this carpet has so much glitter and paper and sequins and embossing powder and who knows what with it, so it'll be nice to see what it looks like when it's all finished. So make sure to check back and see what happens later on in the week. Thanks!